Hi everyone, myself Pankaj and welcome to the next video of solving most important DSA interview questions. So in today's video, we are going to see or solve the next question named as group anagrams. So let's come to the problem statement. So you are given an array of strings, group the anagram together. So basically you will be given with the array of strings and you have to group the anagrams together. So you must be thinking that what are anagrams? So you can see here an anagram is a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letter of a different word or phrase. So let's understand what an anagram with an example. Uh, let's say you are given with a word named as dog and another word named as God. So when you will count the frequency of each letter inside this word and each letter inside this word, you will come to see that each letter are occurring once and each letter are occurring once, but both have similar letters, right? So these are called anagrams. So basically what's happening here is that uh, when you will sort them in ascending order, let's say D O G D G O, dog will become DGO and also God will become DGO, right? So you can see these two words are forming similar words after arranging them in ascending order. So these are called anagrams, right? Now let's go to the question. So here you are given an array of strings and you have to basically group these similar anagrams together. You can see here T, ATE, EAT and TEA are anagrams of each other. What does it mean? That when you will arrange them in ascending order, so let's see in this example, uh, when you will arrange them in ascending order, so basically I am arranging, let's say I am arranging, okay, let's say I'm arranging these three words, right? So what? Let's see what's the result. So basically, AET again AET again AET. So you can see here. Actually, we are getting a similar word after rearranging them in ascending order. So these three words are the anagrams of each other, and we have to group them together, right? So in this way, we have to return our answer array. So in this question, you have to consider 2 points. Let's see what are these 2 points. So basically, first of all, we need to create a different groups based on unique words. Let's say in this example, so what you can see here, a bat is singly inside a single group, right? Why? Because no word in this array are similar to bat. That's why this bat is in a uh, unique group, right? Nat and tan are similar words. That's why they are in a single group, and these three are similarly in a single group. So what you need to do that first of all you need to create a group uh, based on unique words, right? And second, when you will get a similar word such that if group exists of that word, then you simply have to push that word inside that group that already exists, right? So for this purpose you will need two data structures. First of all, you will need a map data structure and another data structure that you need to store or form the group as is a 2D array of string, right? So what will you do with map data structure? So map data structure here will be used for storing the index of the group, right? So first of all, let's see, you encounter this 8 here, 8, right? Now you will check that inside your map that does, first of all, before checking, what you will do, you will basically uh, arrange that 8, that word in ascending order, so it will become AET, and then after that you will check inside your map that does any group exist of this word AET, right? If that mm, group exists already, then you have to simply push this word, original word, inside that group. Otherwise, what you will do, you will create a new group. Let's say you don't find any group. So what you will do, you will basically form a new group named as AET, right? Again, let's say you check for bat. Let's say you check for bat, and here you don't find any group. So inside your map, so what you will do, you will all again will create a different group for bat, right? Let's say you encounter another word as EAT, right? EAT. So what you will do, you will first rearrange this EAT word as AET, and again check inside your map that does this AET group already exist inside your map. So you see here, we previously had made a group for AET here, right? So it will return true, and after that it returns true. We will store that word inside that group. But one thing you must notice here is that you also have to keep track of the group number that that word belongs to, right? So that you can easily park that word inside that group. So let's come to the code here. So first of all, you will need to declare a map. So let's declare it. String comma int, let's call it as so your map will store the index of your group, right? So let's call it as group index. And so basically you have to return your answer as a 2D array. So at the end you will have to store your answer inside this. So let's call it as group, right? Now you will run your for loop until your last index is less than strs dot size I plus plus. Now, what I had said you that before comparing the or finding the group of a word, you will have to rearrange this word in an ascending order so that you can match for any anagrams, right? So for that, you will have to first store that word inside our temp string variable. Let's call it as temp and store that word inside this. Then you have to sort this out, right? Now you have sorted this out. You will give a condition that does this word already exist in your map. So let's check for that condition. Uh, okay, let's copy this out. So you will use find function here, and what you will find for the temp string, right? If it does not equal to that group index dot end, what does this statement means that it means that if you find that group for that word, right? So what you will do, you will basically push that word in that group. So to find the group number, you will have to find the group number first, right? So group number is stored in your map, and where it is stored? It is stored in this, right? Now you will push that word in that group that is inside your 2D vector, right? So this syntax is basically returning you the index of the group, and using that index, you will push that in that group, right? So basically you have to use push back, and what you will push, you don't have to push the temp string here. Why? Because temp is in already sorted form. You have to push that word in, and you have to push that original word inside your answer variable, right? So here you can see that we are actually have pushed the original word ate, eat, then tea. We are sorting for comparing the anagrams, right? So we don't have to push the sorted one. So you push that out. Otherwise, if you don't find any group for that, so what you will do? Okay, so here you have to declare one another variable. Let's call it as 1 to mark the group number. So if you don't find any group for that word, so what you will do, you will basically create a new group for that word, right? So temp is equal to k. So you created a group id for that word, and basically you will create new group for that word as group dot push back. What you will push, you will push actually a complete vector, complete new vector, because that does not, the group of that word does not exist, and you want to create a new group. So for new creating a new group, you will have to push a completely new vector, because your answer variable is a 2D vector, right? So here you will have to push the original word here. Now what you will do, you will basically increase the count for this k variable. Why? Because let's say first of all you encountered bat, right? So you does not found any group, so you will mark that bat as group number 0, right? Again, when you will find t here, so t also does not exist in that group, so you will mark a new group or give a new group index for that. That's why you are uh, increasing the counter of k variable each time so that new group is created. Now your answer will be stored in that group string 2D vector. So basically you have to return that uh, group 2D vector. So let's run this code. So okay, we are not pushing anything here, so we have to push that original word here. That's why you are getting error. So let's run this. So you can see here our public test cases are passing. So let's try to submit this code. All right, our code has been submitted successfully. So uh, when you will talk about the time complexity of this code, so you can see here our constraints where that string dot length was going up to 10 to the power 4 and each string length was going to 100, right? So when you will multiply this, actually your worst time complexity will come up to 10 to the power 6. But here we have solved our question in big O of n log of n time complexity. Why? Because inside this for loop we have used a sort function, and this sort function has a time complexity of log of n, and n log of n is nothing similar to big O of n, because factor of 10 does not count too much. That's why our solution has been accepted. So this was all about this in this video. So let's meet in the next video. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.